So this is a video I've been trying to make for a while, but I haven't had the time, and that's mainly due to the fact that I have been working on other videos. But now that I do have time, I can finally talk about the thing I've been wanting to talk about, and that is people wanting Ayanokoji and Ichinose to have a relationship in Clash of the Elite. Now at first I thought there was going to be a few people who wanted this to happen, but then I realized that there was actually a good portion of people that actually do want Ayanokoji to end up with Ichinose, because every time there's a moment with Ichinose and Ayanokoji together alone, I always see some people say how this is proof that Ayanokoji will be in a relationship with Ichinose, which doesn't make sense because if you have read the entire novels of Clash of the Elite, first year and second year, there is a lot of reasons why this wouldn't work, and most likely it would never happen. And I'm saying this because in the recent volume, year 2 volume 8, there was this moment between Ayanokoji and Ichinose, and all of a sudden I go online and I'm seeing people discuss saying how this is proof that Ayanokoji likes Ichinose and that Ichinose and Ayanokoji are gonna have a relationship and that Ayanokoji never liked Kei to begin with. I don't understand how people come up with these conclusions, and that's why in today's video I'm going to talk about why this relationship wouldn't work and why most likely Ayanokoji and Ichinose will never be in an actual relationship. But before we begin, I must warn you, I am going to spoil things that happen not only in first year of Clash of the Elite but also second year. So if you're not up to date with the series or you're still reading the light novels as of right now, then you have been warned, because I am going to spoil events that happen in Clash of the Elite. So with that out of the way, let's just continue. So earlier in the Clash of the Elite series, there wasn't any hints that Ichinose had any feelings for Ayanokoji or was actually in love with Ayanokoji. Sure, they did talk and they had their moments in which they talked alone, but there was never any point in which you could tell that Ichinose was madly in love with Ayanokoji, because Ichinose is that kind of person that talks to pretty much anybody regardless of who they are. So earlier on in this series, there wasn't any like big hint that Ichinose was going to fall in love with Ayanokoji, but that all changed during volume 9, where it was during this volume in which Sakinai was trying to take down Ichinose, and the way she was trying to do it was by spreading rumors about her in which apparently Ichinose had a dark past and she was holding a dark secret. Now in reality, the only reason why Sakinai was messing with Ichinose in the first place was because she just wanted to see what Ayanokoji was going to do in this situation. That's how insane Sakinai is. But these rumors did affect Ichinose, and a lot of people started believing them because they simply thought that because Ichinose wasn't responding to them and not defending herself, some people thought that maybe there was actually some truth into these rumors, that maybe Ichinose did have a secret or has a past that she doesn't want people to know. But in the end, Ayanokoji did end up helping Ichinose out, and as a result, Ichinose wasn't really affected by this whole situation after he helped her. Sure, she did reveal her secret, which was that she robbed something for her sister, but I mean, to be honest, that's not really a huge deal. Like, yeah, robbing is wrong, but the rumors made it out to seem like it was something way worse. But in the end, she didn't lose friends, she didn't lose people's respect, people still liked Ichinose. But one of the interesting things was that after this whole situation was over, Ichinose actually decided to give Ayanokoji a box of chocolates. This is during the time where it was Valentine's Day. Now you may think that this was just simply a thank you gift for what he did and helping her out with the whole rumor stuff, but there is one important detail that Ichinose says during this, and it was the fact that Ayanokoji was the first person that she gave chocolates to, because she's never done that in the past. She's never given anybody chocolates on Valentine's Day. And it was at this point where eventually things started to become very noticeable that Ichinose was starting to have some feelings for Ayanokoji. For example, in volume 11, Ayanokoji noticed very quickly that every time Ichinose was trying to talk to him, she would never really look at him in the eyes. It was almost as she was embarrassed or had no idea how to act whenever she was around him. And the moment where it was very definite that Ichinose had feelings for Ayanokoji was second year, where she actually confessed during the island exam that they were taking. Yeah, I was not expecting Ichinose to confess to Ayanokoji that she did have feelings for him, but it happened. But sadly, in volume 4.5, Ichinose will find out the truth, in which it was that Ayanokoji was actually in a relationship with someone else, and that person is Kei. Now, going off topic a little bit, but the way she found out about this is messed up, because she found out about this through Nagumo. Ayanokoji actually contacted Ichinose to talk privately after, her confessing during the island exam. So of course, most likely what was going to happen in this conversation between Ayanokoji and Ichinose was that Ayanokoji was most likely going to come clean and tell Ichinose the truth, in which it was that he was in a relationship with someone else. But because Nagumo still wanted to find out what made Ayanokoji special, because the person he looked up to, Manabu, was not only interested in Ayanokoji but also had a lot of respect for Ayanokoji, he decided to tell Ichinose that Ayanokoji was with someone else and that he was in a relationship, which he should just mind his own business. But yeah, moving on, that's the story between Ayanokoji and Ichinose. But for some reason, people still think that this still could happen, that Ichinose and Ayanokoji could have a relationship, and that may never really happen. And it's just for many different reasons. It isn't just the fact that Ayanokoji is with someone, so he can't be in a relationship with Ichinose because he already has a girlfriend. It goes way beyond that. The reason being is just very simple. It's because Ichinose is not somebody that's going to do the things that Ayanokoji wants her to do. You see, the reason why Ayanokoji and Kei got along very well is because they were very similar people. Both are completely fine with lying to people and not telling people the entire truth. Both people are perfectly fine with doing things in order to keep their secrets hidden. And if you've been keeping up with the series, you would know that whenever Ayanokoji told Kei to do something for him, she would actually do it. She would help him with his schemes and what he was doing behind the scenes. And that is something that Ichinose would never do. Ichinose wouldn't help Ayanokoji with his schemes because she's a very nice person. She likes to help people out. She likes to always be there for people. Ayanokoji is not like that. Ayanokoji only does things that are either beneficial to him or are part of the plan. If it's neither of those two things, then he is not going to do it. And that is something that Ichinose will probably never do. She wouldn't be helping Ayanokoji if she found out that his schemes involve lying to people or just simply using people for beneficial purposes. And that is something that you would never see Ichinose really do. And it's not really surprising because Ichinose has stated numerous times, like for example, she stated in volume 6 how she will help anybody no matter who they are. Even if it's people that she doesn't like or people that completely hate her, she is still going to help them no matter what. So with that kind of thinking, it's very obvious that Ichinose is just a really nice person. But that's not the only reason why this relationship wouldn't work, and the other reason is mainly because Ayanokoji only sees her as somebody that is part of his plan. You see, Ayanokoji has stated numerous times whenever he's had a conversation with Ichinose how he doesn't want Ichinose to fall or give up because she's part of his plan. So all those moments in which it seems that Ayanokoji was trying to help Ichinose to not, give up on her class and to still try to go forward, it wasn't because Ayanokoji cares about Ichinose. It's only because it's only beneficial for her not to give up, because if she gives up, then his plan isn't going to work, clearly showing us that Ayanokoji only sees Ichinose as somebody beneficial for his plan, not somebody that he actually cares about or has feelings for, because at the end of the day, that's the kind of person Ayanokoji is. So with that, it's very clear why the relationship would not really work and would just be a disaster of a relationship, because Ayanokoji and Ichinose are two completely different people. Unlike Ayanokoji and Kei, because like I stated earlier, Kei is willing to help Ayanokoji out no matter what. And even before they were dating, even though Kei realized that Ayanokoji was just using her for his plans, she still wanted to help him out no matter what, clearly showing us that at the end of the day, she still cared about Ayanokoji. She still wanted to be by his side. And that is something that you would not see from Ichinose, because if Ichinose realized that Ayanokoji was just using her for his own plans, Ichinose is not going to stick around with Ayanokoji. She's most likely going to stop talking to him and distance herself from Ayanokoji. And because of those reasons, I still don't understand why people think this relationship would work. Like I mentioned earlier, in year 2, volume 8, people were saying how the conversation between Ayanokoji and Ichinose was proof that Ayanokoji and Ichinose are going to have relationships in the near future, when that's not the case. Because if you have read that conversation between them, it's very clear that Ayanokoji only is helping Ichinose out is because she is part of his plan. If she wasn't part of his plan, Ayanokoji would not be helping her out. And I know some people are going to make the argument that this could also apply to Kei as well. Maybe Ayanokoji is also using Kei as part of his plan or something, and that he never really actually liked Kei, and that maybe he only did this relationship is because it will be beneficial to him, where I don't really see it. And that's mainly due to the fact that if you have read second year, Ayanokoji has mentioned numerous times that he is trying to help Kei out by collecting enough points in order for her to not get expelled, because he doesn't want her to get expelled from the school. He doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to help Kei out and trying to get these points to save her. No, he could just be worrying about himself and making sure that he stays at the school. But that's not the case, because it's very clear that he's trying to collect points in order to not only save himself but also Kei as well. So it does show that he does care about Kei. So with these reasons alone, I hope people now understand why a relationship between Ayanokoji and Ichinose just simply wouldn't work. I know ships are bound to happen in any series, but some ships sometimes don't make sense and sometimes they're completely just not great ships. And this is the case between the ship between Ayanokoji and Ichinose, where it just wouldn't work because these are two completely different people who not only behave differently but also think differently. And with that, that's pretty much the entire video. I hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.